Alright, we cannot let the fact that Donald Trump's face is more orange than this vest that he's wearing undermine the fact that he's saying some very, very serious things that have very serious implications about the future of our democracy. We cannot get distracted by the fact that Donald Trump looks like a Halloween pumpkin just one day before Halloween. We have to focus on the fact that he is attacking our media, he is attacking the press, he's attacking people like me, trying to tear the institutions down around him, all the while demeaning VP Harris and playing the victim when President Biden takes one punch back. We have 6 days to go. We have no time to waste. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and watch until the end. Now, today, Trump threw on an orange safety vest or a high visibility vest, whatever you want to call it, and then hopped in the side of a garbage truck and was driven around Michigan with Secret Service around him so that he could pull a stunt that closely parallels the one he pulled in McDonald's just a week or two back. And they parallel each other because in both stunts, Trump is simply pretending to be a working class person when he has been anything but since the day that he was born. Now, I already made a video on this stunt, so we'll only lightly touch it as it pertains to this video, but I do want to focus in on what Donald Trump did today after he took the stage with this ridiculous outfit. Why does he have a tie on under his construction vest? Pick one or the other. He's also already sweating from the first second he takes the stage. We've got the ivermectin ad over to the left, which makes no sense, and Trump immediately says that RFK Jr. is going to, quote, make our food safe and make our people safe and make our women safe.
And we're endorsed also by a very brilliant and wonderful man, and it took a lot of courage for him to do this. As you know, their family's slightly Democrat for the last long period of time. RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy. And he's going to be with us, and he's going to make sure our food is safe, our people are safe, our women are safe.
Your women are safe? This guy? This reads, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. allegedly had affairs with 37 women in 2001, and he wrote them all down in a journal, and then a few years later, his wife killed herself. Let's go back to the speech.
The only thing I don't think I'm going to have him get involved with too much is the liquid gold under our feet. I want to say, look, Bobby, we got a lot of liquid gold, and I like it better than he does, but...
Okay, so this speech gets increasingly unhinged, but one thing that I'm always pointing out is something that scares me more than Donald Trump getting back into office, maybe the people that Donald Trump plans to put around him. Could you imagine a cabinet with Elon Musk in charge of the regulatory bodies, Vivek Ramaswamy in charge of draining the swamp or whatever, and then RFK Jr. in charge of health? Donald Trump might as well put Ted Bundy in charge of women's safety in this cabinet because, damn, these are all terrible picks. This is Donald Trump saying Kamala Harris isn't fit to be the president of the United States. Then I'm going to contrast that with a few clips of Kamala after.
And Kamala Harris is not fit to be president of the United States. In no way is she fit. She doesn't have the intellect, the stamina, or that special quality that real leaders, people like Brett Favre have. They don't.
Interesting. Kamala Harris has won many more elections than you, including for the Attorney General, for the District Attorney, also for a senator, and then she was on the ballot with President Biden when he got the most votes in American history. Donald Trump won one election by a razor margin in 2016 and acts like he has some great political instincts. But also, in what capacity is VP Harris not fit? Because as far as I can remember, she aced her cognitive test, she aced her physical exam, and Donald Trump refuses to take either while also demeaning VP Harris all of the time. Let's take a listen to VP Harris from earlier today.
And we know we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. That is who he is, but Pennsylvania, that is not who we are. And I know plenty of folks are just exhausted with it all and know that it is time to stop pointing fingers and to start locking arms. It is time. It is time for a new generation of leadership in America.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump is at his rally, making sure that his crowd is booing Beyonce while he makes up lies about her. I mean, he's already bleeding with women in America, also suburban women. He's already said, I hate Taylor Swift. Why not offend Beyonce? And then he asks in other rallies, why do black women hate me? Why am I so unpopular with black women? Well, this is why.
The worst was 4 nights ago. They got Beyonce. Beyonce. They got Beyonce. They said, ladies and gentlemen, they said, Beyonce is coming to sing. And she came, but she didn't sing. And then Kamala came on as Beyonce was leaving without singing even one song. And they booed the hell out of both of them.
Such an angry, petty little man. Look at him in his vest, just doing his accordion hands, super angry.
And they booed the hell out of both of them.
He's just whining. They booed him. They booed both of them. And these are grown people in the back cheering. Let's go to this next clip. Let's compare this with VP Harris saying, we are 6 days away. Our democracy is on the line.
Here's the thing. Let me say something. We are 6 days out of an election. We are 6 days away from an election. And ours is about a fight for democracy and your right to be heard.
I'm going to try to be careful when I say this, but there is a cliche in politics that is very, very true, that women politicians have to be walking a very thin line. This was the case with Hillary Clinton back in 2016. It's true with women in the workplace. It's true with women in politics. My mom works in psychology and leadership and helps train other women, and she explains this to me all the time, but if you analyze Hillary Clinton's campaign, again, she was walking a very thin tightrope where she has to be assertive, but also she can't be too assertive because if women are too aggressive, they come off very, very strong. But my point here is VP Harris has found this line so perfectly where she's able to be assertive, strong, put Donald Trump down, but also affable and likable at the same time. And there were moments back in 2016 when Hillary Clinton during her speeches would almost be yelling so loud that she's straining her voice. And this isn't me leaning into the misogyny of women trying to be loud. Hillary Clinton genuinely used to strain her voice when she would yell and give speeches. You guys can probably hear what I'm talking about, but Kamala has been staying away from that. She has found the perfect medium, and that was my broader point there. Compared to Donald Trump, whose voice sounds terrible, I still can't get over how his face is oranger than the vest. His face is orange. He looks like a pumpkin. Take a look at this clip. Donald Trump says that Kamala Harris lacks the qualities that you'll never guess who has.
She doesn't have the intellect, the stamina, or that special quality that real leaders, people like Brett Favre have. They don't have it.
Brett Favre. I guess that criminals do flock together, or whatever the phrase is. This reads, Brett Favre still owes Mississippi over $700,000 in misspent welfare money, auditor alleges, and this is the person that Donald Trump is holding up as some beacon of morality. Here is Donald Trump making very odd hand gestures while ranting about how he loves beauty.
And I'm a guy, I love beauty. Oh, I love beauty. So I took that chip and I designed the bow a little bit differently. I said, no, it's got to have more of a point. It was like, and they were great. And they're building it, and it's been so successful. It's the most beautiful thing. But I took a lot of heat from other states because everybody wanted that contract. One of the biggest contracts we've given out in a long time for shit.
This dude is annoying as hell, but in this clip, he gets the crowd to boo at Beyonce one more time. Take a look.
The worst was 4 nights ago. They got Beyonce. Beyonce.
And the thing is, he gets his crowd to boo at Beyonce, and he always puts down Democrats for using politicians with name recognition. One time he was like, who's Eminem? Who's Beyonce? Nobody even knows these people. But then when he gets the chance to have Hulk Hogan on stage, washed up as hell, he jumps at that opportunity and acts like it's revolutionary. In this clip, Hulk Hogan walks on stage to his theme music and has trouble ripping his shirt off. I mean, this is the beacon of masculinity that the MAGA movement wants you to look up to. I want you to take a look at this clip of Donald Trump. Sorry to take Hulk Hogan off your screen, but Donald Trump ranting about stairs at his rally.
That doesn't look good. So I said, all right, look, let me take it off. And then I actually said, I climbed into the truck, but so I said, how the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one.
This dude is slurring like a toddler, and he's talking about trucks like a toddler. He has a childlike understanding of the world, as everybody around him has said. That is why so many of his advisors turned on him. So many of the people around him have said, hey, this man doesn't understand foreign policy. Sorry to go on that side tangent, but listen to the way he's speaking. He's like a child. It's the first time he's ever seen a truck in his life, huh?
That doesn't look good. So I said, all right, look, let me take it off. And then I actually said, I climbed into the truck, but so I said, how the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one. This was a beauty. I said, you didn't have to buy it that big, right? You have to get it that big? They brought this brand new, gorgeous truck, wonderful driver. He looked like Cary Grant in his prime. You know who that is? This beautiful driver. And he drove that big thing up. And I said, man, this is bad, because now I have all the cameras are all watching. Look at all the fake news. They were, most of them.
Then he segues it into attacking the news and getting his crowd to boo. I mean, this is already so much outside the norm. That's why I had to pause and talk about it. We can't normalize the fact that Donald Trump will pause his rallies. JD Vance does this as well because he feels like he has to, not because he wants to. He'll pause his rallies, point at the media, and just get his crowd to boo them, boo us. These are violent boos. These are violent boos. And it's sort of like a mob mentality. So I see this guy in the back, to Donald Trump's right, in the red hat. He doesn't feel like booing at first, but then he jumps in when he sees everybody else's.
Look at all the fake news. They were, most of them.
Then look at. Now he's like, okay, I guess I'll jump in if everybody else is.
Now, most of them, many of them were there, and I'm saying, oh, boy. You know, one little mistake with these guys and your political career's over.
One little mistake like saying that black people like watermelon on stage. One little mistake like saying Hillary Clinton is a bitch and the devil and Puerto Rico is garbage. And one little mistake like saying 1,000 times that the media are the enemy of the people and Democrats are the enemy from within. That's not one little mistake.
So I said, man, if I don't get up there, this is going to be very embarrassing. These stupid people, they'll say, he's cognitively and physically impaired.
It's funny, I was actually right about to pause the video and say that Donald Trump is cognitively and physically impaired because he's spending his diminishing time on the campaign trail with 6 days to go yapping about getting up in a truck for 2 minutes at a rally, maybe even 3 minutes at this rally. And you know, I will leave you with that. If you enjoyed this video, if you appreciate what I do, drop a like, subscribe, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.